How many of you believe that we are living in the age of information? Now, you heard that multiple times, and I really believe that we live in the age of information, but I also believe that we live in the age of distractions. Now, why do I say that? Here are some interesting facts. Do you know that on average, people switch tasks every 3 to 5 minutes? People experience some form of interruptions or distractions every 11 minutes. And also, when people experience distraction, it can take anywhere from 3 minutes all the way to 25 minutes to come back to the same task that they're working on. So in today's world, the person who can effectively manage distractions and interruptions, and the person who can have laser sharp focus is the person who wins. Well, my name is Nishant, and in today's presentation, you will learn how you can have a better focus and how you can use the power of focus to get more done, to achieve your biggest, boldest goals in your life, and how you can really take control of your life. Now, this is what I believe. In today's world, it's easy to achieve your life's purpose if you embrace the power of focus. Now, the question is, how do you get this focus? So it actually goes back to our school days, and there's a key word here, and the key word here is attention. Now, attention is not something that it's not a new word for us. You've been hearing the word attention right from your school days. Now, how many of you had school teachers tell you, please pay attention? But the question was, did your teachers ever tell you how to pay attention? Never. Okay, your teachers didn't tell you, but the question is, did you ever ask your teacher, hey teacher, how to pay attention? Now, if you ask your teacher, you know what would happen, right? Because I know exactly what happens because I asked my teacher. I used to have a school teacher. She used to say a dozen times in the class, please pay attention, please pay attention, please pay attention. So one day, I kind of got frustrated. I said, excuse me, teacher, I have a question. She said, Nishant, stand up. What's your question? Teacher, you've been telling us to please pay attention. Can you please tell us how to pay attention? Now, it was a very innocent question, right? But the teacher's face turned furious. And she didn't say anything for the first 3 seconds. After that, the only thing she did was she yelled at me and told me, Nishant, what a stupid question, pay attention. What? I mean, I want to know how to pay attention, and she just scolded me for that. But little did I know that I'll be spending all my adult life in researching, studying, and using attention a lot in my life. So it comes back to the same question again. So how, if your teachers didn't tell you how to pay attention, the question now is, how do you really pay attention? Before that, I tell you to reveal the secret, let me take you back to ancient India. There used to be an archer whose name was Arjuna. Now, Arjuna was celebrated as one of the most famous and the most amazing archers. Now, people were astounded about his ability to shoot at the target with his bow and arrow. So a group of curious people gathered, and they went to the guru, the teacher of Arjuna, and asked him, sir, you're the teacher, so would you know how Arjuna really has this crazy amounts of focus? Now, Arjuna said, yes, of course I know, I'm his teacher, but I'm not going to tell you that. Why don't you come tomorrow to the archery competition, and you can see it for yourself. What is the secret of his success? The next day, there was an archery competition. Hundreds of people gathered to witness the great Arjuna. There were 3 contestants. The teacher first came in, and he had a wooden bird, a small wooden bird in his hands, and he went to a faraway tree and placed the wooden bird on the branch, came back. The objective of the competition is you take your bow and arrow, shoot the bird's eye. If you can do that, you win the competition. So everyone was excited. The first participant came in, and he took his position, and he took this aim, put the bow and the arrow, and is about to shoot, and the teacher says, before you shoot, I have a quick question for you. What do you see? The first contestant. He asked the first contestant. And the contestant said, sir, teacher, I see the bird. And the teacher asked, I mean, what else do you see? Tell me everything that you see. And the first contestant said, teacher, I can see the bird. I can see the clouds. I can see the sky. Great, go ahead, shoot. And boom, he shoots. And then what happens is, unfortunately, it didn't hit the bird. It hits a nearby branch of the tree. So obviously, he's got disappointed. And the second contestant comes in. He takes his place, and he's about to aim. Same question by the teacher. What do you see? Tell me everything that you see. This time, the second contestant said, teacher, I can see the bird. I can see the bird's legs. I can see the branch on which the bird is sitting. I can also see the leaves on the branch. And people are flabbergasted. Holy cow, man, how can this guy can see something that is so far away? So that, oh, great, fantastic, shoot. Boom, he shoots. Unfortunately, he hit the target by just a few millimeters. Third contestants, of course, people were excited to see Arjuna. Arjuna comes in, takes his place, about to shoot the same question, and Arjuna has a very unique answer. He says, "Teacher, I see blackness." Drona asks, the teacher asks, "What? Don't you see the bird? Don't you see the sky, the leaves, the branch?" Arjuna says, "Teacher, the only thing I can see is the blackness of the bird's eye." Teacher says, "Go ahead, shoot." You know what happened? Of course, he shot it. And Arjuna actually gave away the secret of focus. He gave away the secret of attention, and the secret is single tasking. And I can tell you the easy way to explain what single tasking is. It's exactly the opposite of multitasking. And we all know what multitasking is. Multitasking is people's attempt to do multiple different things at one time. Now, do you know that we have now proved that the human brain is not designed for multitasking at all? And not only that, when people think they're multitasking, what they're doing is they're actually doing switch tasking. What that means is they're working on task A, they switch to task B, they come back to task A, and then they switch to task C. That's what they're doing. They're switching the tasks, and it's doing this at a rapid pace, and because of which what happens is there's something which is called as the switching cost. Because of which the quality of work goes down, there are more errors in your work, and also the possibility of the work dragging along is much higher. So what we should be doing rather is not multitasking, but it should be single tasking. So just like Arjuna, he only chose to focus only on the bird's black eye and leave out the birds, the trees, the branches, the leaves, and everything else. Similarly, when we're working on something, we should be focusing only on the task that we should be working on and leave out all the distractions, all the interruptions, such as the notifications, the urge to check our social media messages, and all that stuff. So the point I'm like to make is, if you want to have a good focus, all you need to do is to specifically choose what to do and consciously decide what not to do. Specifically choose what to do and consciously decide what not to do, at least for a period of time. The period of time could be 1 hour, the period of time could be 1 day, the period of time could be 1 year. Yes, 1 year. I'll tell you an example. The best example I can give you is Steve Jobs. When Steve Jobs was called back to Apple in 1997, at that time Apple was not really doing well. And his first job, one of the first things he did was to review the product line. So he called the managers, asked them, "Hey, how many products do we have?" And they had insane number of products. So Steve Jobs made a big and bold decision. And he said, "Let's kill 70% of the product line." Of course, there are business reasons of why he would do that, but one of the things he said was, we want to focus on the things that really matter and leave the rest. Because of which what happened? Apple went back, in 1 year, it went to profits of $300 million. And now it's worth hundreds of billions of dollars. So let me show you a demonstration of what exactly it looks like to have a really good focus. So can I have some volunteers, please? Yeah, okay, great. So what you need to do is, can you please come and take this marker, and can you please write a 6-digit number on the flip chart? So don't show it to me. I'll be standing behind the flip chart. Random number. Okay, so do we have 30? Yeah, 30 digits? Okay, fantastic. So what we have is a 30-digit number on the flip chart. And can I request another volunteer? Can you? Yes, thank you very much. Yeah. So all you need to do is I'm going to stand behind this flip chart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close my eyes. Can you please call these numbers one at a time? What I'm going to show you is I'm trying to show you, hopefully it goes well, the power of single tasking, the power of focus, the power of paying attention. So let me see if it goes the way I planned it. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
7.
Right.
1.
Right.
3.
Right.
9.
Right.
0.
Right.
5.
Right.
6.
Right.
2.
Right.
9.
Right.
6.
Right.
8.
Right.
1.
Right.
2.
right,
1,
right,
0,
right,
3,
right,
5,
right,
1,
right,
3,
right,
8,
right,
1,
right,
6,
right,
2,
right,
7,
right,
6,
right.
5,
After 2, 7 is 5, 6, did you say? After 2, 7
6,
and
5,
okay. 1 second. Okay. Next.
0,
Right,
2,
right,
8,
right,
7,
right. That's it. Okay. So let's see if I can recall these numbers from my memory. Let's see if I can do that. Okay. The numbers are 7, 1, 3, 9, 0, 5, 6, 2, 9, 6, 8, 1, 2, 1, 0, 3, 5, 1, 3, 8, 1, 6, 2, 7, 6, 5, all right. Thank you very much. Now, what is surprising is I was not able to do this many years ago because I was a person who could not even focus for 5 digits. I use the power of focus to memorize a 30-digit number. I use the power of focus to break a Guinness record in memory. I use the power of focus to become a grandmaster of memory. So my point again here is, if you want to thrive in today's world, it's not okay to be good, you need to be world class. If you're a manager, are you a good manager? Are you a great manager? Or are you a world class manager? If you are a leader, are you a good leader or a great leader or a world class leader? If you use the power of focus, it's easy to go from good to great to world class. And it's easy to transform your dreams into reality if you use the power of focus. So just imagine, just for a minute, if you really use the power of focus and if you can really improve the quality of your work, how wonderful that would be. And if you can really achieve your biggest and boldest goals by using the power of focus, how wonderful that would be. So what I'd like to tell you is the secret to success in today's world is use the power of attention, and the way to do that is by single tasking. And I'd like to end by saying it's easy to achieve your life's purpose if you embrace the power of focus. Thank you very much.